What is up, guys? Funk Tracer here, bringing on a little bit of Modern Warfare 3 gameplay to swap it up a little bit, but we won't be focusing too much on the gameplay today. We're just gonna mainly focus on the commentary, which will be my expectations for Black Ops 2. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So, first thing is on the things. It's gonna be more about what I'm looking on, what they're gonna change, and how they're gonna do the game. It's the spawns on Black Ops 2. If you played it for any reasonable amount of time, you've been at some point horribly spawn trapped or spawn killed. And in Call of Duty, there's always been some spawn trouble, but I don't think there's ever been a Call of Duty where it's so easy to really spawn kill and spawn trap. So hopefully, another one thing I'm looking for is that they'll swap those up. Alright, so the next thing is the score streak. But there's two things that I'm worried about score streaks: how you will earn them and what are they going to be. So what I mean by earning them is in Modern Warfare 2 you could only get kills. Modern Warfare 3 you get point streaks, what they call them I think. You get a point for capturing objectives and all. And then Black Ops 2 they threw in the new way where you could get through your score, which I personally have found to think is the best way in my opinion. I think because I think the person who has maybe 2 captures and 3 kills should have a higher kill streak option than the guy who just sat in the corner and got 5 kills. So I kind of like that way better. Whether they'll return with it, I'm not sure. I imagine they'll probably swap it up, but we'll see. Then the second part of it is what will they be Call of Duty Black Ops 2 took more of a risk going with pretty much almost all new kill streaks. I did enjoy the kill streaks, they were pretty good. And so I'm curious too, will they do it in Call of Duty Ghosts? Are they just gonna stick to some of the originals like Infinity Ward has sometimes do in the past, or will they swap it up? And then also, another big thing is, I wonder, will they bring back a nuke or type kill streak? Or do you think they'll just leave it to a medal like Black Ops 2 did it? Although, if they do bring it back, I don't think they'll do that. I think it will be like in the past, like in the form of a kill streak, like a nuke or a Moab, but we'll just have to see and wait for that. And then, alright, now we'll move on to the next point, is the balancing of the guns. And Black Ops 2, the guns that reigned dominant were, if you used them at all, were the SMGs. There wasn't one bad one in the group. They were all almost equal and were the top guns in the game. There's only submachine gun you could argue that was not very good was the Chicom. That's because it was 3-round burst, but you just slap the select fire on it, and that would change that right away, and it would hold up with your MP7 any day at that point. So what I'm looking for is them to balance a little bit more. They did it pretty good in my opinion in Modern Warfare 3, and what I mean by balancing is you need to have your good guns, you get kind of the later levels, and the bad guns you get earlier and stuff like that. An example is on Modern Warfare 3 at level like 70 something, like 80 levels, you would get the MP7, and then you could, the next thing would be like a step down, you get like an MP5, which it wasn't bad, but I mean it wasn't an MP7. And then probably the worst submachine gun and possibly the worst gun in the game was the PMP, I think. It was the other gun that was kind of like an Uzi, and that's what I failed to see in Black Ops 2 was kind of like a ladder, I guess you call it, of gun skill. So I'm hoping they're gonna swap that up a little bit, so not all the guns are just gonna be really good and overpowered. Alright, so the other thing is class setup, and they're starting to swap it around and play with it a little bit. How you're gonna have a different class setup, and it has changed throughout Call of Duty. And you had, I think it was originally just you get to pick a perk of each, and gun a secondary, you get a lethal and a tactician. Then Black Ops 2 took a little change up and gave the 10-point system, and I think this is by far the best class system any Call of Duty has ever suggested or thrown forward. So I just hope that Call of Duty Ghosts is going to bring that back, because I don't see why they wouldn't, because it's easily by far the best way. You have the most customization options of any Call of Duty game ever, and I'd hate to see that go and just have to go back to this plain Jane way. So we'll have to see, and maybe they'll do it like that because they're really trying to, or supposedly trying to throw in new things to the game, and if they are, that's a good way to do it is by leaving that in there to give us plenty of possibilities for classics. Alright, so the next thing is going to be like the new game modes. So usually, most of the time in a new Call of Duty comes new game modes, and hopefully they'll do that too. I couldn't imagine them coming out with it and not putting in a new game mode, and I'm curious to what it'll be. You know, you had Team Defender in Modern Warfare 3, and you had Hardpoint for Black Ops 2, and personally, I would be fine if they just brought back Team Defender as, yeah, this is what I'm playing right now in the gameplay. It is my favorite game mode, I'd say, in all of Call of Duty history, because it was original, it's never been done. It was the only game mode you could choose where the objective went and truly moved it. You kind of had the option to capture the flag, but not to this extent. So, hopefully, they don't, even if they didn't bring us back, hopefully they'll bring back just something good like Hardpoint. I love Hardpoint, and it seems like I always end up playing the new game mode that's gonna be put into Call of Duty. So, hopefully they'll throw one in there. It'll be pretty good. And then another thing is on the tone of game modes was Infected. This was a game mode that was truly loved about the community, and they didn't actually bring it back to Black Ops 2. I don't know if that's just because it was an Infinity War thing on Modern Warfare 3 or what it was, but I was shocked they didn't bring that back in. But maybe Call of Duty Gives will. I don't know. Hopefully they will. So that'd be another thing I'd like to see come back. And let's see here, and then one of the main things, probably one of the bigger topics of the day, is the third game type or game. I don't even know what you call it, but pretty much in every single Call of Duty I think that's ever come out, you have three things you can play. You have your campaign, which is where you can play your storyline. You have your multiplayer, which is, you know, we all know, online competition. And then you have your other one, which is then from Spec Ops, where you do missions, to survival mode, where you have like people come and hunt you down, or the most popular, zombies. So write in the comments if you've heard anything on it, but if I'm not mistaken, there's not been any word on what the third play type, I don't even know what you call it, has been. So I'm curious. I don't know, survival mode was pretty good. I don't know if I'd want to see it come back. I might rather them take a chance on something new. But if it is, hey, it'll still be pretty fun. But I think that's about all for this gameplay, guys. The gameplay's getting ready to wrap up, I think. I think I ended up going 37-2, so not too shabby. So if you like the gameplay, the commentary, please leave a like rating and subscribe. It's been Fox Racer. See y'all later.